Louisiana Beer Reviews Taste Challenge. This special edition will challenge Coors Banquet beer against Busch beer, formerly known as Busch Bavarian beer. Now, back in the 90s when I was drinking this, it was 4.8% alcohol. At some time, I didn't notice when it was dropped to 4.3. To my recollection, to my knowledge, this has always been 5.0% alcohol, brewed only in Golden, Colorado. Certified kosher. This beer has 147 calories. This one has a much lower calorie count. What is it, 114, 113? It's nearly a light beer. All right, both adjunct lagers. I don't think it's going to be any kind of contest. This beer is too dull, it's too bland, it can't match up, and this will be it for Busch. Smells alright. C for Coors, B for Busch. It's going to, oh, a lot of smoke. It's going to be easy to detect which is which, because Coors is going to have a much richer, more bountiful aroma and flavor. And it's not exactly super rich and bountiful and aromatic, okay? It's just a sort of, I don't want to say run-of-the-mill American lager, but it's not anything gourmet. It's just that the Busch is so dull and watery. I think it's even going to have a lighter appearance. I think, but I don't know that. Let's see. Alright. The appearance, it's about the same actually. Clear, fizzy, yellow stuff. A little more head of foam with the Coors, but not a big difference. We always did get Busch beer here, from what I can remember. I have seen videos of family picnics from before I was born in Baton Rouge, and Uncle Sonny Bartell was drinking Busch Bavarian at the picnic table, and my grandma, I remember her saying, he always had to go with the cheap stuff. I was like, well, so, okay. He liked it. That same family, we had my grandmother's 90th birthday, and I brought a 6-pack of the Busch pint cans, and people drank those right up. Coors was not around until the 80s, okay? And at one time, Coors Banquet was like a big deal, and then by the mid-80s, it started taking a back seat to Coors Light, and it never did regain its position. They still run advertisements on television for Coors Banquet, but go to most bars and restaurants, they don't have it. They certainly don't have Busch, but they don't have Coors. If you say, I like a Coors, and you tell them regular Coors, the waitress is going to say, oh, okay, and they're going to bring you a bottle of Coors Light, because they're not going to understand generally that there's a difference, or that they're not even aware of this one, although it's in every store. It's strange. It has its following, because it's in these tall cans here, these pint cans, it's a lot cheaper than average, like about less than $4.50 a 6-pack. So we're talking about less than $9 for a 12-pack of pint cans. The bottled version is much more expensive here. I don't know about other states. Not a lot of smell there, just like real faint. Much more toasted malts here, sweeter, bolder aroma. So I already think this is Coors, and I already think this is Busch. But let's taste it first. Let's taste it. As well, you might be drinking along with me, right? That's so watery. Little sourness there. like sourdough biscuit or bread. Not a whole lot happening. Thin body. Toasted white bread, the bread crust, sweetness, a heavier body, a fuller presentation, a much more enjoyable product. Maybe, perhaps, even, possibly, a little bit of that banana note that Coors talks about. This is better than that, okay? I would rather drink this over that. The price is the same for this configuration in the 6-packs, okay? Not the same for bottle. Busch is cheaper in the bottles. So I'm going to say Coors. Yep, C for Coors. The winner. B for Busch. The loser. You are out of the tournament. That's 0 for 3. Now this beer went 0 for 3. Now some people are not going to like that. They're going to watch the video and say, oh, I don't like this because Busch is my favorite beer. If that's your favorite beer, I mean, you should keep drinking it. You might enjoy all the things I'm taking it down for, that it's thin, doesn't have a lot of flavor or aroma. All those things, you might say, well, I like it for that reason. And it's a much bigger seller than this, okay? That beer is one of the top 10 selling beers in America. This is not. Around here, Busch probably outsells this 20 to 1. Busch Light does fairly well around here, and I would say this is probably on par with the Busch Light. Busch Light just doesn't sell. I mean, they have stores. I mean, like Winn-Dixie will have Busch Light bottles, not the Busch bottles. I got those at Food for Less. And everybody has the Busch Light cans and bottles. I mean, Busch Light cans. And everybody has the Busch cans. Some, like I say, some stores have the Busch bottles, and some stores have the Busch bottles, and some stores have both the Busch bottles and the Busch Light bottles, okay? It sounds complicated. It's kind of complicated. It's not really complicated. All right. You said, I didn't really want to hear all that. I understand that. Anyway, but that's our situation here. We have what should I say, a plethora of regular beer configurations, okay? All right, so this was no real contest. It was exactly as I expected. So bye-bye Busch. I mean, I might drink it when they come out with a new can and bottle design for the bottle and can collection. Would you like me to detail all the different? No, you don't. Okay. And I do drink this from time to time on its own merits, just to have it. And if I tried to get that for every time they change the can and bottle, I'd be buying it weekly, because I've never seen a company change cans and bottle labels more than Coors. I mean, you could have a whole house full, you could be a hoarder and have a whole house full of Coors bottles and cans just on that, and only have Coors. Okay, thank you very much.